Hey there, Silver-Tongued Devil here, and in this episode of Into the Radius, I'm going to have to try and get myself out of the shit, hence why we're in this menu. Now, there has actually been an update. There's a new feature for us to play with, something to do with focus, which I don't know if it's going to be any good for me. I don't have a problem shooting, but, you know, if it's a little bit of zooming in, I'll be happy with using that. There's also a new gun kicking around as well, which, I mean, it's not the PPSH though, is it? So, but yeah. So let's see if we can rescue. Now, I checked the last stream and I definitely saved. However, this is not my save. And for some reason, it's saved where I saved on autosave. So we'll get that loaded up and see if we can salvage the scenario. Hello, Reface. So this is basically going to be a... Ooh, we might be all right, you know. So, what happened in the last episode? Hello, Dave. What happened in the last episode, for those that aren't aware? I got stuck up a ladder with no ammunition, without the ability to climb up because there was enemies above me, lacking the ability to reload. I managed to fudge my way through that, and then the tide came in. Now, the way that the tide works in this game is it resets everything in the game, enemies and loot, but also the player, and throws you somewhere randomly. I've never been 50 foot up in the air when the tide comes in, and I assumed that it would just reset you to ground. It did not reset us to ground. However, it didn't reset us too far away from where we are, so we're probably going to have to use this. So, just as an aside, before we get going, if you ever find yourself falling, if you can hit the oculus button to get to this menu just before you land, and hit unstuck, you shouldn't take much or any fall damage. So, right, let's see if we can... Uh-oh. Okay, well, that's not a bad start. I mean, it's not good either. But it's better than what we had. Right, so the tide has come in. There is definitely stuff above us. Oh, did we survive? We did. We did. Right, let's get a little bit of light discipline before we start trying to fucking sort this situation out. I'm not gonna break it. You're gonna break it. Is the sniper up? No, he's not. Oh, come on. Those gas cans. It's worse than a grenade, it really is. Right, let's try that again. Right, we can do better than that. We can do better than that. Right, so quickly grab the thing. Yeah, I know, right? Unstuck. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Right, this is what we had last time. So, okay, here's the thing. Where I stand when I load is going to determine a little bit about how we go in. So let's move over a little bit in my play space, because I don't really want to be up the top there with all that nasty. But it's not a bad place to be if I can back up and get the gun out in time. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, this is better. This is better. There's a ladder. Right, let's try that again. Okay, so down wasn't the greatest of ideas. Let's go up! Now, the one thing I don't know is our mission objective is actually at the top. Is that a fucking spawn? Are you kidding? Right, what we like for ammo? We're good. I didn't get a chance to reload the pistol. We are going to be extremely... sparing with ammunition. It's not looking good, if I'm honest, chat. It really isn't. But this is what you come online to see, right? You come on to see people who think they can play games fail. I know I do. Right, stand to the side. Grab hold of the ladder. Quick like cat. Hello, Indy. I will try not to, but I cannot be held accountable for my actions due to how this game is fucking treating me. Right, so let's try that again. But we're going to have to be a little bit more aggressive. So I would say, yes, we have definitely now legitimately died on this game. Come on now. Alright, so. Bloody commandos. Thinking they're all that. It's alright for you don't have to reload. And then... what even are you? There's nothing left. Pocket torch? Don't see how that's going to help. Right. Well, this is reminiscent. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna... kill you. Get up quick. Kill those. And now we're looking something like it. Now, the objective was up here, but we threw it down. I don't know if I'm going to be able to fucking find that, you know. Is it even still on the map? Yes, it is. Right. Situation rescued. Kinda. Save for the love of God. I'm on it, Seb, I'm on it. Right. Okay. Let's take stock. Health-wise, I'm not doing so well. Let's get one of those in. Ooh, the loot. We haven't got time for this. Pains me to do that. Another drum mag, though. We'll definitely take that. Because that is definitely my jam at the moment. I mean... we are here to loot, aren't we? Right, so... this bit can be a bit of a fucker. Make sure you are reasonably centered within your play space before you attempt this bit. And what we want to do is go along this yellow beam, across that little one, and then to the end. You can put your hands out for balance as well. You can... it isn't scavenger mod, unfortunately. I really wish it was. Because once I've completed this on realistic, I think the only challenge for me is going to be the scavenger mod. And that's just because it's going to change things up. So yeah, if you're happy with the gripping, you can... that's below us. You can use the grip to come along this rail, or you can cross there and come along there if you're not so happy with the grip. Because it's not the greatest of systems. It does work. Ooh, ooh, ooh. We've got an update thingy to test. So when two-handing... that's fire mode. That's flashlight. Ooh. So you can now, so by pressing when you are dual wielding. Yeah, I know. I pressed. See how I pressed them all, Seb, because I couldn't remember which one it was. Fucking mag dropped out. Fucking changed the fire rate. Turned the light off. Then found the button. So what it looks like is either it's steadying up the gun, or it might be putting the game into slow time, which I spent ages finding that that font, so I'm glad you're enjoying it. Right, don't fall off. And back we go. Now, a sensible person would wait till daytime before going down and dealing with all that shit. And maybe dealing with a little bit of it from up here. But you don't watch this stream for a sensible person, now do you? Now, one of the things that we are going to try and do is make use, because you saw what I did last time. I'm going to try and make use of... Come on now. You can do it. This is why I hate ladders. Fucking game. Yeah, go climb the crane, they said. It'll be fun, they said. Yeah, fucking didn't account for grip buttons on Into the Radius, did you? It shouldn't be this jank, but it fucking is. Anyway. Oh, I'm glad you're just happy to watch. I'm not gonna break it. You stop. Now, I think this is to do with the fact that the enemies can't... Thank you. Thank you very much. I don't think I ever use the... Oh, for fuck's sake. Don't think I ever use the save button. You know what we didn't do whilst we were up the top there, don't you? Back up the chain, folks. Back up the chain. Because I haven't got enough hands to reload. Okay, so maybe we will be wait until daytime. Yeah, to be fair, I never use the duck button. I actually duck. But no, that's a good bit of info. Thank you. Right, those ones are the new ones. Where's the good one? Where's that good one? Or is it that one? No, it's definitely not that one. And it's definitely not that one. Right, in that case then. Yeah, this hasn't been the most successful trip out. Never mind. Got plenty in the belt. Let's try that again. This time we will drop a save. Yes, I think the game was very generous with me, to be fair. So, but it was quite the predicament. But yeah, as I said, if you ever get caught falling, and it will happen because the mechanics of this game, the mechanics of this game are good, but they don't ingratiate themselves to climbing. If you are very precise and methodical with your movements, you should be fine. But there are plenty of times where you think you've got hold of something and you fucking haven't. Now, oh god. Like that. Thought it was an orphan. Don't judge, chat. Don't judge. Now, thankfully, they were as surprised as me that I hit fucking ground. Right, let's not blow up that can this time. Oh, yeah, fucker. You know, I don't know if I like that. I don't know what it's doing, though. We need to do it whilst things are running about out there. So, let's go. Now, that's what we're here for. Orange Legacy, black box, yeah, worth fuck all, cheers. Bring the bracelet, M2. Problem is, that building's fucking full. And that's more coming. I am planning on streaming for a good couple of hours. I'd like to at least get to the point where we can stroll a completion on realistic. Probably next stream. I think I'm going to be pushing it to do it this stream. So, but when we do get the completion, and we will, it is just a matter of time. You know what? Let's not fucking check our shit round here. That's not a great idea. Let's move somewhere a little bit more secure. What about this old abandoned building? There could possibly be anything in here. Just in case there is. Ooh, loot. No worries, face. Right, let's test. There's nothing about... Yeah, fuck it, let's test. Right, you, come to me. You're not going to do it now, are you? I don't think it puts the game into slow... No. It doesn't put the game into slow motion. I think it just steadies your aim in that your gun moves slightly slower than real life, which is a little bit jarring, if I'm honest. I don't know how much I'm going to be using that, but we shall see. Oh, good stuff. Good stuff. Right, we've got to get that box. How much shit have we got to deal with in here? M2. Now, I had problems finding that in the last episode, and I think it's because the bastard's underground. In which case, this is the priority. This one is not. In and out, find the neon is... That one's more achievable. Cool, right, fuck that bracelet. Let's take the box. Now, one of the things we've also got to be uber careful of. We've lost our infinite cigarette as well. Oh, days. Never mind. It was probably classed as cheating anyway. So, we don't want to mess with that building. We want to get the box, and we're just gonna leave. Now, we are a little overweight now with that box. Now, just like Amazon and their courier service, we could play it this way. As some of you will have seen in my streams, I often get asked, why are you throwing X, Y, and Z? And the reason being, that's more enemies coming. Come on, quick like cat. I suggest you stay in your fucking school. Now, the reason why I throw the box, as I've gone over a couple of streams, is I am a filthy, dirty loot goblin when it comes to these sort of games. And I will do anything for efficiency and all the loot. When you get up to 50 weight in this game, you'll see that it goes a dangerous shade of red. Now, what that means is we are to the point where we can't sprint anymore. Which, you know, that's not efficient. But we are only at 50 weight when we are holding this particularly heavy box. So, what I found is if you have a good arm and the will, it doesn't matter how much weight you have, as long as it's under 49, you can always ensure that every Amazon customer gets delivered to. If anybody wants to clip this and put the inevitable breaking sounds of China as we are delivering this precious cargo back to the Ruskies at base, go right ahead. If you don't, I might. That was my own footsteps. Sad. Right. Now, the other problem that we've got here is because we are playing in realistic, we've got to be very careful now because the tide has just come in. They've changed the colour of the cubes as well. Because the tide has just come in, one of the hallmarks of the realism mode is random anomalies. So that means the ones that we would normally see, plus some additional ones. Now, which way are we coming out? That's back to base. I want to go this way because that puts us straight back at base, which is where we want to go. So, let's hoof this all the way along here. And now, the other thing that you've got to be... I almost did an excellent demonstration there. The other thing that you've got to be uber careful with when throwing assorted delivery goods around is your environment. Throwing these things, because you could do this with boxes or you could do it with guns if you have particularly heavy guns. That was a bad throw. Particularly heavy guns and a decent distance to make up. But you have to be very careful with where you throw the boxes, because obviously if you throw it into the middle of an anomaly and you need that gun, that thing, you're going to have to go back in there and fish it out. So what we're going to do is we're going to get the box near our exit. Now, there are some of you in the chat that might be like, surely you could, this box weighs 6 kilograms, surely you could drop just over a kilogram or just under a kilogram's worth of weight from your loot, and then you wouldn't have to throw the box. I say to you, you are not as filthy a loot goblin as I. 7.8 kilograms is still 7.8 kilograms, and I want all the loot. Always make sure when you are approaching the end of an area or the load out part of it, that you go back to just holding and walking. Throw this too far into an area that you can leave by and you won't be able to pick it up. It'll just load you into the next level. Right, that's the box secure. Let's go into the dangerous. So, again, for those of you who are unfamiliar with the game or not really knowing what's going on, the radius produces anomalies. Those anomalies are bad. These anomalies are also covered by a gas anomaly. So first and foremost, we have to doff our cap and wear a gas mask. And now you'll see that it goes into lovely mono eye vision. Apologies for that. There's nothing that I can do about it, but I have 2 eyes. You just can't see it. And now, I'm pretty sure it's the right... And oh, actually, yeah, you're a good point. No, it's not the right anomaly cluster. It's right over there. Oh, fuck this then. Right, I'm going to go in there. Good one, Seb. I'm going to go in there anyway. I'm going to get the good stuff. And then we're just going to go, because this is worth money. And to be fair, we haven't had a great time of it. It is here. Oh, you little shit. Oh, it's over there. Interesting one. Well, they've definitely made the gas look better. So you're there. Ooh, that's an expensive one. Lovely. So what this is like the treasure hunting element of the game, where you use the equivalent of a detector, and I would then have probes in my other hand for probing the area. It's a simple enough game. If you are pointing in the right direction, this goes green. The more it ticks, or the quicker it pulses rather, the closer you are to the thing. And as Seb said, I thought this was part of the mission, but it's not. And so we're going to try and smooth that bad navigation over by saying, just wanted to get the stuff. I was almost on top of that one. So, but no, you're quite right, Seb. So that's all of the things in this. And we've actually done really nice on cash there. That's probably worth about $1,000 and a bit. So it gets us a little bit more towards the ammo boxes. I think we're all right on life. Yeah. So let's go get that box back to base and see what they want us to do next. Because that one out there it's a bit far away, and there's things that I could be looting on the way, and we can get straight back to base just there. And we might even get one of the missions that progresses the game. So we'll hold out hope for that. Now that we're back out, there we go. Yeah, the gas looks much better. yeah, but I bet yours looks so much better than whatever they've done. To be fair, I haven't even been into the base yet, because obviously we didn't do that. So let's go and check out what we've got in the update. As far as the focus mode is concerned, I can see that being really good for your sniper. I don't remember seeing that in the patch notes, if I'm honest. I saw that there's a new rare gun kicking around, and from the description that they gave, the P2000 or PP2000, I think it was, from the description that they gave, it is something that's going to be native to the Radius, and you can't buy it. But again, we'll go and check that. I'll go and have a look in the shop. This is the wrong exit. But we shouldn't be too far away from where we want to be, I don't think. Yeah, no, I'm not going through the train station. Thanks, but no thanks. It's very generous of you. Very generous of you, the Radius. So instead of exiting that way, we're going to exit a different way. That exit means that we would have to traverse another entire map before we get back to base, whereas there is an exit just up the top there. So this is part and parcel of the problem with realistic mode, is navigation becomes a problem because I can't just look at my map and know exactly where I am. Now, I should have been taking stock of my situation a little bit better. But I've got a pretty good idea. We're there. Because that's the exit to Permavay route. So we're basically going to now handrail this all the way along, so we can either follow the outskirt of the map, or a better bet, because could potentially be nasty stuff along the end of the map, or we could accidentally walk off of it. Done that plenty of times. We're going to handrail this, I think it's a train track, all the way along. And throw in our box all the way. And I say, if it may look a little bit tedious, and I suppose it kind of is, but it's one of the ways where you can get more. And once you get good at it, it's, well, good. Once you get good at chucking boxes in VR, it's actually quite easy. I do like Into the Radius' system where you can lock on to something and grab it. Very similar. Hello. I do believe this is for you. So yeah, if you can just sign here. Oh, guess not. Well, wasn't so prepared then, was I? This streaming going well. I can tell that this cold is having an effect on me. Right, let's take stock of our situation a little bit. That'd be a good idea, wouldn't it? Right, we're okay on ammunition. That's back onto single fire. Heinous waste of ammo, that. Now, we're going to stay to the left of this railway station, of the railway track. Reason being is because there's a lot of nasty shit in that village. It'll have all, well, it's not nasty, but it'll have all respawned, and we're not coming back here, or I don't plan on. Oh, that was a bad throw. Well, that might have been a very bad throw. Got lucky then. Let's just walk this one out a little. Oh, God. Okay, it's not... Alright, I kind of like that. I mean, I can do the game without that. So I don't know if it's an addition for me, but that could be useful. So basically what this focus mode does then, from what I can gather, is it doesn't slow anything about the game. It just... It's actually really difficult to describe. What is that doing? It's kind of minimizing my input so that the gun doesn't wobble as much. It's quite a weird one. Yeah, I think that's as good probably a better description than mine, Seb. Right, we are going to have to take this incredibly slow, because there's a lot of fucking nasty over here. So this is part and parcel of the problem with realistic, is when you know the game well enough, and bear in mind I haven't played it that much, but when you know the game well enough, you get an idea of where all of the different anomalies are. They're always in the same place, which is why I thought it'd be quite cool if, like, you know, putting random anomalies on in addition to those wouldn't be that difficult and would make it a little bit more fun, because you have to use your probes, and to be fair, all that's happened is I've just wandered around as normal and walked into most of them. To be fair as well, though, they're usually quite easy to see without probes. So can we get through there? Should we go through there? Probably not. Are we going to? You're goddamn right we are. I should throw the box, really, but that's just fucking danger waiting to happen. Now, one of the things to note as well, and I always make a point of doing it, is keeping your lights off where you can. I know there's a lot of nasty shit in there. I don't need my light to be able to see this way. So if I turn my lights off, I'm less likely to attract the enemies. However, they're coming for me anyway. So, lights on, lights on. Now, I'm just going to head home. You guys stay there. We'll talk about this another time. And again, on a... Come on, go, 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 go. That's a risky box throw. Now, but it's because I don't want to have to kill him. Again, this is all efficiency, believe it or not, or trying to be anyway. In that I don't want to kill anything in this area because I'm not planning on coming back here. So everything that I do kill, although it's permanently dead, it makes no difference to us, or it makes no difference to our game. So I might as well just wander around it and walk away from it where I can, which is what we've done. And we've got the box home. We've got a load of stuff to dump on the floor. Because I didn't get a chance to get back home the last stream that we played, my house is going to be a tiny bit of a mess. Ever so slightly. Oh wow, they weren't fucking kidding. Look at the size. Fuck me, I'm glad there was a gap there. Jesus Christ, sometimes I don't know my own strength. Amazon, here's your Christmas present, Your Majesty. Right, we'll go and sort that box out in a minute. What a mess. Right, that there. Grenades in grenade sink. It's twice now. So, again, this isn't how I usually run my Into the Radius life. However, I do try and keep, because I could spend hours sorting my base out, dicking around, putting this all on shelving and doing all the good stuff. But I would say I don't think that's what you guys want to see. Unfortunately, this chat has a track record for when we finish the game, sticking around and watching me tidy up or when we finish the stream, sticking around and tidying up. Which, that's fine, but I don't think we would make much progress if I did that during the actual stream. So, I promise I will tidy all of this up this time. Promise. Right, we've got plenty of those. Got the lighters. To have a little ciggy to celebrate the fact that we made it out of the shit. Lovely. Right, so I'm just going to take the good stuff with me for now. This classifies as good stuff. Yes, it does. Nope, not that one. Now, I did load. I can't remember which ones it was. Or I've already done it. There's one. So Sorry, chat. I apologise. Try and keep it lively whilst I'm doing it. Oh, look! Cake! Oh, free cake! I'm leaving that. And cigs as well, free fags and ammunition. And look at all the cool stuff! There's actually sweet bars. And ammunition within the tree. Oh, totally having that. Thank you, Father Christmas. Your directors and employees. Right, we'll leave the rest on there for another time. Ah, I need a grenade bauble. That's given me a very cunning idea. Let's get this away. So yeah, free stuff for everybody by the looks of things. Warren's Legacy, that one there. There's your box. It was like that when I found it. Cool. Got 2 more to do. We're going to need to get some repairs done as well. Not that way. No, they're okay, actually. Right, cool. Let's stop fucking about. So yeah, I'm just making a point of selling all the high-ticket items. And this is part of the reason why I have ammo boxes lying all over the place. Because as you can see, I am being hyper efficient. I do like my efficiency. And reloading between, as I'm walking from area to area. Unfortunately, well, they might have fixed that. When you sprint, you don't reload quite as fast. I think that's a mechanic to stop you, like, being able to easily load up on the fly. Cool. That's one of those done. Let's get that in. Is that one full now? Yeah. So that's what we want. We'll have one of those there. We'll have a quick load up of these ones. We'll check our missions and then we'll get straight back out there. See if we can get this all finished off. So again, you can, whilst doing things, Permavay route. Oh, Pachos Castle. Can be doing things whilst you're doing things, if that makes sense. Sure it does. I missed my opportunity with those. You can go there. You can go there. Cool. Done. Right. You'll have to wait. Let's go. How many? So what I like to do in these situations is I'll try and clump my missions together in all the same place. Now, I know we've already got 2 ongoing missions. And they are both in Blockney. Now, I don't want that M1. That one can go get fucked for now. So we'll get rid of that. It doesn't actually go anywhere. It still stays. It just takes up real estate of missions, which we don't really need to. That's going to be difficult. That one, not so much. Insight to retrieve the data. Okay. We'll try that one. We will... That one's on the way, so we'll go Pachos Castle as well. Fuck that, because no way will I find a fucking SWAT if I'm looking for it. I've tried it so many times. And the problem with this mission is there's going to be multiple, so we don't know where that's going to take us. Radius treasures, find there. That one is also the same. These ones where it looks like you don't have to do much and get a huge reward will normally mean that once you've completed one part of the mission, it will then go, oh, and now you need to go here. Oh, and now you need to go there. So what we'll do then, all of these are actually en route. So we will go back out to Blockney. I don't think we needed anything special. I've got everything that I need. I don't need that pocket lamp anymore. Quick little pull through, then we go, because we've put a good few rounds through that. Never be nice to me. It'll go to my head. Never be nice to me during a stream. It'll go straight to my head and you won't get the full value. Why? What are you thinking? Excuse me. Get off. See, I've got this technique down. Going for speed here. No, too late. I mean, oh no. And I was going to take you up on your challenge as well. If I'm honest, I do not want jams. That is the last thing. Let's just have a quick look and see. No, I'd imagine it'll be low caliber, but let's just check them all anyway. Still haven't played with the FAL yet. No. So I'm just looking for the new gun that they've added, and I'm gonna assume that because it said that it's an uber rare one and one that you can only find out, or it didn't say specifically you can only find it out in the radius. Oh, there it is. It's got to be there. Yeah, there we are. The PP2000 light Russia, so it's a Russian equivalent MP5, 9.95. Not a very good magazine. Unless it is ridiculously more powerful than the MP5, which is kind of the meta of the SMGs, or is probably one of the better of the SMGs. What's the point? It's a little bit cheaper, and the magazines are a little bit cheaper. Does it even have P+? It does, so, okay. Well, it's nice. I'm sure it handles well. But then the thing is, it could have... of course, it's a Russian weapon, so it'll have the Russian attachments. So that could be useful. But it ain't quite a PPSH, is it? Not quite. Not in a long shot. Right, we're not planning on doing a lot of combat. This is mainly going to be in and outs. So, we're going to go... Which one is it? It's that one, isn't it? Gonna go Blotney. Have some daylight to play with in a minute as well, chat. Fuck me. So we're gonna go Blotney. Up the railway line. Find the anomaly cluster. Go fishing. And go from there. Stay well... I don't know how many of you actually play this or whatnot, but always stay well away from these. They do so... Those strands do so much damage. Hit like half health bar you quite easily. It goes on for what feels like forever as well. Constant tick damage. It's a prick. I hear you. Okay. I can't remember who was saying about it last time. Someone said, and I agree... that they changed the sound that those make so that you can... the sound that the spawns make so you can hear it a lot sooner. That felt right, so I think they might have changed it back. Because you used to be able to hear spawns coming from across the fucking map, and it was stupid. So I think they've changed that back for the better, which is good. It means they're listening, which is always nice. Right. Gonna have to deal with you, because you're in our AO. All the loot's back as well, so that's gonna mean that we're not going to be doing much fast. Loot! Yeah, I thought it was you, Seb. I mean, it sounds better, but having said that, that thing was right on the edge. Have you gone into the fucking water? Right. Let's keep half an eye just in case he comes out of the fucking woodwork. So we've come along here. There's our aerial. So if we orientate the map... Yeah, you have gone under the fucking water, you prick. We're going to orientate the map so we know where we are. So we've actually shot right past it. So this is what you have to do on realistic. Not going there. So orientating the map now. Here is our lovely pylons. So it should be just over and down here. And we'll know we're getting close because there'll be lots of nasty anomalies. Let's get you dealt with. And our thing will start a-pinging. So I know it's this cluster here. And I know, normally, I know my way in and out of this place like the back of my hand. Well, I wouldn't say back of my hand, but... That's a good point, talking of back of hands. Now, this is part of the reason why I use the TT. Damn it. It's part of the reason why I use the TT. I can hear you. There you are. It's part of the reason why I use the TT and the PPSH together, because I don't have to worry. I don't have to fucking lose my shit every time I need to do reloads on the fly. It's all the same. It's all the same ammo type, and that just keeps things so much simpler. And when you're in VR and there's faffing afoot, keeping things simple is always you fucking prick. Is always a really good idea. I think that's right in the middle there. As I said, I'm usually quite familiar with this cluster, but there's extra ones. Like, for instance, that's not fair. That's really not fair. But this is what happens when you put fucking random anomalies in. Can I even get to that? Just. Right. Mission complete. Let's go. But yeah, it's these random anomalies. They don't, you know, they genuinely are, from what I've seen, random. Because some of... I thought I heard a tick. Some of the anomalies I've seen, the positions that they put them in, make it almost as impenetrable as that fucking clusterfuck of a anomaly field over there, which, if I get the mission for, I'm not going in either. Anyone who's played this game and has, like, been around block will know exactly what fucking cluster I'm talking about. And the thing is, like, on the PC VR version, you can get in and out. There is definitely a route. On the Quest 2 version, I'm pretty sure there's not. You have to do the whole throw your probes in and run through the lightning fields before they pop off again, and it's almost nigh on impossible. So I hope that gets updated at some point, but I doubt it. That's very fucking red. Have I just not been here for a while? Right. No, I hope they fixed it, but I will also not try again. Now, we're going to try and skirt the outside of this. Not for well, it kind of is for efficiency's sake. I want to take on as little as possible. There are a lot of enemies between here and where I need to get to, and I want to avoid them as much as possible. There's two ways that I can do that. Keeping a low profile so that I don't get into line of sight, and taking shots. Or if I desperately have to take shots, doing it with the pistol, because a pistol is silenced. How long that'll last, we shall see. But as you can see, even with... I've got a little bit of weight on me. Well, actually, quite a lot of weight on me. I can still quite easily outwalk these dudes. So, again, we're not planning on coming back this way, so there's no real point of clearing them out. And shots will draw more enemies, if not silenced. Now, what we want to do is we want to play the game of... We're going to use this river to handrail so that we know where we are on the map. I'm quite familiar with this location, to be fair. Just wait until I get lost, it'll be hilarious. See, that sound is the sound that they added for when you are close to a... Oh, what are they called? Fucking teleporting geezers. Can't remember now. But that's the sound. But it sounds like you can hear that sound from far away as well now, which is a bit unsettling. Of that noise. Are you onto me? Sounds like you're onto me. Oh God. Let's just take a knee and wait for this all to blow over, because the BTR's over there as well. And again, I know, alien concept, why am I not running out there and fucking run-a-gunning all of this? Now, I can, but it's one of the things that I found with this game is if you can out-economy the game, you can give yourself an easy time. One of the ways of doing that is saving. Not just, you know, looting well, but also saving money. And not engaging when you don't have to. Which is exactly what we're going to do. And yeah, I'm ducking in the real life as opposed to... Are you going to come for me? Don't think you are. Good, good. Time to loot. Huh. What a great location. Why can I hear walking really close by? Are you just outside? Well, I'm sure it'll all blow over. Well, that's fantastic, mate. TT-33, ladies and gents. Best pistol in the game. I have no idea why that was a one-shot. But I'll take it. Right, we are going to need a little bit of light here.
UNPSC, Explorer 12, log 10-9, web anomaly. Webs are long, dark strands of...
Yeah, I know how the web works. We definitely do not need any more toilet paper. Or brushes. Can I help myself? Can I fuck? Never going to use shotgun ammunition. Never going to use that shotgun. Can we get up there? It doesn't look like it. What the fuck's that? Sparklers? Happy holidays, Explorer. Oh, would they? Can we? Could it? I mean... That's great and all, but I don't remember sparklers at Christmas. Maybe that's a new thing. Nine out of 10. We could have so much fun with these. Now, you remember what I said about keeping a low profile? Well, when you've got sparklers, I know a great way to keep a low profile. If we draw so much attention to ourselves, the enemy will be so confused. Now, here's a real test. No. Okay, and stealth. Good job that BTR didn't see us. Definitely the epitome of stealth. Now we are going to have to go make for those rocks. You're not going to let up, are you? Damn it. Ugh. Waiting for that. Ow, ow, ow. Bit of a situation. Hopefully he won't be too interested in carrying on. Ow. Okay, he is. So, You remember what I was saying about avoiding confrontations? Saving money. That also includes health and armor. So we didn't do so well there. So let's not run around with sparklers out anymore. Because definitely not needed. I think admin during combat is completely acceptable, or during out here, because, you know, could all go back to those scenarios that we love, where people who stream and think they can play the game to a reasonable standard fail, and that's what we're all here for, isn't it? Now, we're going to do that on the way back. Oh, hello. Now, that means a lot of shit is probably coming our way, so it's time to move. I think I've said it before. I did a really bad example of it just then. But do not shoot whilst you are moving. Don't be pushing the stick any direction when you are moving. It's something that seems to happen in all VR games, or the vast majority that I've played. Oh, hello. Is that as you are moving, it has some sort of effect on the bullets, like a weird effect. This is new. Let's go have a look. Free stuff! My favourite kind of new. This is definitely new, right? Lovely, full packet of facts. My favourite kind. Tell you that. Is it not? I'm sure I haven't seen this underneath here before. Or maybe it came in the last update and I haven't seen it. Yeah, maybe it was the update before then. Because I haven't played this for a little while, I guess. Or rather, haven't been under here for a little while. Because I know they said that they were adding... Jesus Christ, have you been watching me loot your shit all this time? Good man. You must come from military base. Right, what's the ammunition situation like? Not amazing. Actually, is that a good idea? No, it's not. Let's do it the other way around. Fill this up with that. Fill this up with what's left of this magazine, because we are going to be going into an area where it's going to be pretty funky in a minute. We'll use that as a ammunition dump of sorts. No? No worries, Sebs. See you later, dude. Thanks for sticking around. Right. Sounds like it's down there. Or is it above us? There's more. You guys just don't quit. Right, time to go before this gets even more deadly than it already is. Now, the BTR doesn't come up this way, but it will look along this road. And BTR invincible, BTR very damaging. Fuck off, can you see me? Right, we're going to have to wait for him to move. He shot me through that gap. What a guy. Now, because we're going up that road, we are going to have to deal with whatever's up here first as well. Because I don't Fancy getting shot in the back. Now, something that I'm making a point of doing, always put a quick ammo check in before you climb a ladder. Because, you know, you don't want to find yourself in a situation where you need to shoot stuff. Oh, there's nothing up here. That's good. That you need to shoot stuff whilst up a fucking ladder and you ain't got any bullets. Only a fucking amateur would do that, right? Right. I do like the sparklers, though. That's a great touch. Something on there? Nope. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go to Pachor's castle, but we can't actually go into the castle yet because that mission isn't available. I am going to chuck a few of these out because that one's a random one, I think. That one's normally there because I would normally go around to the left to get past all of this nasty. These ones in the middle are normally here, and that one on the far right is normally here. You know you've played into the radius too much when you know where most of the anomalies are. But that's why we've kicked it up a notch, to put random ones in to make me have to fucking think. Cool. Yeah, apologies that I haven't got an infinite cigarette anymore, which means that we are going to have to take reasonably regular food and fag breaks to keep the stamina going. And let's just make sure we're in the right area. So we're here. I know my way around this bit because I've run this route so many times. There's going to be a fair few enemies at the start of here. We don't need to go too deep, but I'm hoping that we're going to be coming back to this at some point later on. So this is worth killing enemies on the run up to. And there's some nasty ones here as well. More sliders, that's what I was looking for. Here comes one now. He hasn't seen us yet. Now he has. Ah, you little shit. Now, it's one of the things that I do find on this game is enemies don't seem to engage you as much as they should. And I don't know if that's something to do with the fact that... Look at those terrible shots. I don't know if that's something to do with the fact that I've got a particularly short-ranged weapon and so the game balances for that. In which case, unknown hack right there. And then, where are we? Over there. Now, there's quite a lot to loot in this area as well. So we will get the mission secure, fill our boots. I think the only time there's enemies in here is when you've actually got one of the missions that are associated with it. Oh, there's a lovely bit of loot in there. Right. And it should be... That's back in that building there. Yep. Cool, so we'll loot that, head on home. But we're going to stop off by the, I don't know what you call it, I think it's like a hydroponics-y... Would anyone like to know why I'm going to be throwing this box along? Excuse me. What we like for weight, and we're not too bad. But that could all change if there's a big gun in here. Ooh, more stuff, cool. Likey that. So again, it's one of the things I don't think I can stress enough when you're playing Into the Radius, regardless of the difficulty that you are playing it on, is you always want to try and make sure that when you go out, it hasn't cost you more than you've made in mission rewards and loot. And the reason being is because if you keep on going out and you keep on being inefficient with your runs, you will get to the point in the game where you have fucking snookered yourself, in that you're either going to have to do a fucking ridiculously budget run, which is something we'll talk about in a minute, yeah, you're just not going to be able to go back out with any sort of efficiency. You know, you're going to have to use substandard ammunition because you haven't got the money. I see a lot of people doing this when they really want to get that gun. And then they get that gun, but they haven't accommodated for, like, you know, needing money after getting that gun for, like, you know, ammo and attachments and all the good stuff. These are pretty low level items. We'll get that box in a second. Let's have a quick check up top. I mean, they don't weigh much, no, so we'll take it anyway. Not like we need fucking toilet roll. And we don't need any of that either. So we're going to take our box and we're going to go. So, yeah, the less efficient you are with your runs, if you do that over and over again, you'll get to the point where you just can't afford to continue playing the game because you can't, or playing that run rather, because you haven't got the money to buy your essentials like healing, ammunition, repairing, and so on. Now, one of the things that you can do if it's looking bad, and it's part of the reason why I keep some of the shittier weapons around in my place, is you can do what I would call a budget run, which is where you use your shitty weapons and your shitty ammo and you just go out to Permavay route and complete what missions you can, preferably after the tides come in so that everything's respawned. Try and build your economy back up from there. But if you've got to that point, then yeah, you've fucked up multiple times, I would have said. Or you've just had a real, you know, a bad shake of it or what have you. So yeah, that's what I would class as sort of like a budget loadout, and that would be just lower standard ammunition, lower standard weaponry. Or not necessarily lower standard weaponry, you use your standard weaponry, but you might end up going back out with FMJ as opposed to armor piercing and all that good stuff. Right, we're okay on life. Now, our next mission is over there. However, it is probably going to be easier for us because there's an exit right over there that will take us straight back to base. It is probably going to be easier to deliver this back to base. See, then we've got to come all the way back around again. You know what? Fuck it. Let's do a highly dangerous mission, but with a box. But what I will do... So, again... Planning. Ugh. Good job I threw that one. Don't think he's normally there. But yeah, little things like going into anomaly clusters and finding artifacts, because they're always worth good money. Not always, but, you know, they're usually worth something. And they're usually not worth, you know, you don't usually have to expend resources to get them. You don't have to shoot enemies. You shouldn't really be healing yourself in those situations. You should be finding your way around the anomaly, grabbing the good stuff, pocketing it, ready to sell. So it's a good transaction. But yeah, always making sure that you are earning more than you are spending is well, and for me, the best way to play the game. So what we're going to do here is we're going to be going out via this way. Now, it would be fun, all right, to carry this box around whilst in quite a highly dangerous area. However, I choose not to do that. We're going to be exiting via this area. So what we do... The fuck? It's interesting new kind of anomaly. Thank you very much. What we'll do is we'll drop the box right by where we're going to exit, as in this is going to be the route that we're actually going to be using to come out and leave to go back to base. So that can go there. Then we'll go and do the fucking hard mission. A little bit of prep. What we like on the ammunition side of things, we are low. but not too low. But we're probably going to have to change mags a few times here. Was that the good one? Yeah, let's go on to our mags. So again, a little bit of prep before we go into what is potentially going to be a highly dangerous situation. Now, if I remember rightly, we could, because it's right there, we could in and out this and try and keep it quiet. But the likelihood is that's whatever we do here is going to bring a load of stuff down on our heads. Now, I know there's, from experience, that tower, there's a guard in the tower, there's enemies around it. It does give us a good vantage point onto this factory. Time-wise, we're clocking on, so I'm going to try and make use of the light. Bad habit, saving. I could probably got away with this in iron mode. Maybe not that ladder fall. But yeah, we're going to take out what's up on this ridgeline, take out what's in the hut. From there, that will give us a vantage point down onto the area that we're going to be going into. So even if there wasn't stuff up here, this would be a good shout to do anyway. Because it just gives us a vantage onto what we're going on and allows us to recce what's going on down there. Hello, Doge. So as you can see, Doge, I worked my way out of that easy situation that we put ourselves into. Just about. Ooh, more camera goodness. Things like cameras, the weather monitors, all of those things are very good items. Oh, come on now. I mean, it's not bad for distance shooting with an SMG, you know. Oh, PPSH for life, mate. There's no reason for me to come off of this. I haven't, like... even when the odds are stacked against me, that I haven't died in like what I would consider proper combat yet. I have died dicking around, and I have died by falling off of ladders, but nothing where, like, for instance, I don't feel like my firepower is lacking. Famous last words, right? So let's check the immediate and make sure there's nothing else around up here. I know there's not going to be much around here, but there is going to be stuff down there. That building's usually got a couple of bad guys, but they won't bother us if we don't bother them. They usually stick to the building. If we wanted to loot said building, then I'd have to go and take them out. However, I think we can get away with that. Now, if I remember rightly, there's actually a back entrance to this building. One of these doors around the back is open. And that's good news for us, because the less we have to go through all of that shit, the less things we have to take on. It is, and the 250 rounds of P plus is 3,100. I think someone worked out like $5 a shot, so it is quite expensive. And then you've got to factor in wear and tear. But if you, oh, I thought I heard one. If you factor in wear and tear on things, I swear, oh yeah, there it is. It's probably quicker to come in this way and go around. Well, no jokes as to whether you've spotted me then. Didn't hear that one. Ugh. But yeah, with P plus, there isn't much that I can't put down in a shot or two with this, and I don't feel the need to scope. Oh, that's another one of those items that I was saying about. These, for realistic, are incredibly good. They're a massively good find, a medical pen, because they usually cost quite a lot of money. But yeah, been able to put most enemies down quite quickly, and I like the laser sight on this, and I can operate in the ranges that I want to operate in. It can be a bit risky if you're not careful, because those shotgun guys can end you fucking fast. But as long as you are slow, well, reasonably slow and methodical, look at that fucking mess. As long as you're reasonably slow and methodical, you can usually get the drop on that sort of shit. Right, we can afford to carry a little bit more. So we will start going for high-ticket items. Hello. Hello, medical pen. Hello. Lovely. That sounds like a... Oh, I think I know which one you're talking about, actually, Doge. Is that a Steam VR only one, and it's looks very Metro-like? Because yeah, that one's definitely got my interest. If that comes to the Quest, I will be all over that shit. Kind of looks like instances and raids, if it's the one that I'm thinking of, where you buy up and then go in with as much or as little as possible. Does that sound right? Yeah, it looks very good. I'm a massive Metro fan. Love that shit. Although not so much the latest one. I was a massive fan of the Redux collection, which is just Metro 2033 and Last Light. Those games are fantastic. I didn't get into the one after that, if I'm honest, because I think it took quite a big part away of what I liked about Metro. Was that with Metro it was kind of like, right, here's the level, get from A to B, do the good stuff. There's some secret-y shit, there's different ways you can accomplish the level, there's different things that you can do, different paths, different things, but overall, you're not going to have a good time, it's fucking nasty. And then Metro Last Light was just more of the same, and it was good. And then the latest... Why is that fucking door closed? And which one is it that's open? No, I'm just going to have to go back out the entrance. And then... I swear one of these doors is usually open. That door's open. And then you get closer and it's closed. Come on now. Come on, the radius, Jesus. And then, yeah, the latest one was just... I don't know, it's just too open world for my liking. For what I like from Metro. And I don't know, it just felt... Ow, 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 ow. It just felt like Fallout at that point. And don't get me wrong. I fucking love Fallout. But I like the experience that I got from Metro because it was Metro and not because it was Fallout, just because it felt different. Right. These are all nice things that we can have. This is, just in case anyone wanted to know, this is although I don't think this one is actually mentioned in the stashes, the paperwork that you can find around the place. Although this one isn't actually... Ow, 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 ow. Although that one isn't actually mentioned in any of the stashes paperwork, that one doesn't respawn once you've got it, which is why it made it into my weapons location secret stashy guide things. I haven't seen it in anybody else's, but I included it because I found it, and I found that it didn't respawn once the tide comes in, so for me. And there's one other that I found as well, but the weapon was so shit that I didn't think it was worthwhile doing. First world problems, not enough space, because that AK's worth bank. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Right. At this point, we are going to have to get rid of something. How much do you weigh? 3.5 kilograms. Ugh. What shit have I got in here? And can I be bothered? Sorry. I think I might have hit somebody with that one. Now, here you see one of the classic problems of a loot goblin is I don't want to get rid of anything. But I also understand the fact that I'm on stream, so I wouldn't normally do that. But fuck it. But let's take these as compensation. You know what, actually? Because we found that we could do this the other day. No, wrong place. Never mind. Well, I think we can get back out this way. Do know there's some sneaky guys in here sometimes. Now, if I'm right in this area, I don't think you're supposed to be able to get back out. But there's clearly a ramp here, and it is pointing in a direction that would allow us to get out. I've always had problems getting out of this one. Ah, okay, they fixed that. Good. And I don't want anything to do with you. We've got what we came here for. And we're away. Bastards. Well, I didn't want anything to do with them, but they forced my hand. Cool. Let's go. So that's another couple of missions complete. So we should... Well, actually, no, that's 3, I think, now. We should be seeing the next high priority mission come up in the next briefing. He says. Bit excessive, but let's live a little. We've got loads of Tushonka back at base. What a treat. Come on, stamina. You can do it. Excuse me. It can't be 10 o'clock. Why have they made this area so much lighter? Or maybe the knights are pulling out in the radius. Who knows? Alright, this will take us straight back to base. That's good because missions, we can get all of this shit handed in. I don't think we missed anything. Warren's Legacy is right here. Oh no, Warren's Legacy is... Hang on, I didn't hear the start of that. Hold on a second, let me just get the loading screen up and I'll check what you said. Fucking hell, I'm all the way across my play space. PM or GSH? Well, so I'd say the TT. The PM should do you until you can get the M9, which is arguably the best pistol in the game. From an efficiency standpoint, obviously, or rather, from not an efficiency standpoint, because you'll already have a PM, buying a GSH was the first thing that I did or I might have even used the G17. I can't remember. I think it was the first big pistol that I bought and fully upgraded. And it is good because it's very usable. It's a sidearm, but you can use it as your main for going into Blockney quite happily because you get a lot of rounds in the magazine. My opinion on that, though, having now been a little bit more experienced and played the game, is that from an efficiency standpoint, I would use the PM. Is it an absolute chore to use? Yes. Is it as good? Definitely not. But you already have it, which means that you don't have to buy anything. No, not upgrade. Bracelet, you say? Oh, fuck. Definitely. Hang on a second. There is a bracelet in here. There you go. Boing, boing. Lovely. Right, let's see what we can fish out of here and feed to the machine. Damn it. I'm only throwing them so I don't have to run back and get them. It's money. So much, and I've got loads of ammunition lying around as well. I think I've been given money, and I think it might be that Christmas thing. I don't know if anyone else has noticed that on their account. I was definitely not this rich. It feels like 10k has been added to this, because I'm sure I was on like 3 grand last time, and I swear I haven't played since. But yeah, with all of our new monies. The PP91. Yeah, no, I have used the PP91. It's the problem with a lot of these guns they are just not as good as. Let's pop one there. Ooh, pop one there. The problem with a lot of these guns is they're just not as good as what I either already have or they're not good enough to warrant upgrading to. So I don't bother. Again, it's probably quite a boring way to play the game. I've played through, the entire game with the same fucking gun. But I don't really see a need to upgrade. Oh, not finished yet? Come on now. Another Warren's Legacy then. Another black box. It seems like they've increased this. No. Then having said that previously, I would have been doing 3 of these at a time. Yep. Again, the epitome of efficiency right here. Radius treasures. That's another one where it's multiple. So if we can avoid that one, we will. That one's not worth doing. Metastasis is probably multiple as well. That'll probably be 3. So we'll avoid that one as well. So this is getting to that point now where I'm not actually being as efficient as I would like to be within my run. But we are doing plenty of looting and getting plenty of high ticket items. And I've done enough, I think, so that we can afford lots of inefficiency during the stream now, because the early days we've done well. So right, that can go there. I put the other one on the side. Things are starting to get slow, chat. It's starting to slow down. Gonna need that. I'll at least try and put the high tickety stuff. But again, like we're at a point now where I mean, I don't think I had that much money, and as I said, I don't think I did anything, so I assume they've added money to everybody's accounts. I definitely need to take those with me. They've added money to everybody's accounts for the holidays, which is lovely of them. I didn't need it, if I'm honest. It just means that I can keep more things around my base. But it's lovely. Thank you very much for the extra monies. I assume that's what it is. It's definitely not anything that I've done. As I said, I feel like, I mean, you guys will have to check your accounts, but I feel like mine's gone up by 10k, which is always a welcome gift. What else do we need to do? Got those. I am going to need to take an extra one of these out with me at this point now, I think. Well, I'm not going to spend too long filling it up. Again, the problem with, and this is the other thing as well, the other reason why I use a PPSH is because it has drum mags and I love LMGs, and unfortunately there isn't an LMG in this game, and this is the closest thing we get, and the accuracy of it at distance is for what is in essence an SMG is fucking ridiculous. Oh, hello, don't need you. God, I've got lots of cleaning ahead of me later. Right, bracelet, explorer. In the fucking school. No, that mission can fuck off. Nope. Don't want it. Now, I don't know if anybody's actually experienced with aborting missions or not. They don't actually abort. They just go back to the missions that you can pick. I'm trying to basically find ones that I can do quite easily, so that we can move the story along, because I know it's a certain amount of these and the story will then move along. Although it doesn't seem to be working out quite as nicely as that. Right, what are we like time-wise? And then you get to an hour and a half within your stream, we haven't really done anything. But progress is progress, right? The thing is, to my knowledge, and correct, anyone can quite happily correct me if I'm wrong here, there aren't specific missions that will... Oh, that's the same clusters and the same job. We would be better off normal. That would save us going there. Or we could go here and go round. No, let's go indifferent. But yeah, to my knowledge, you just have to, at this point, keep on completing missions until the good stuff comes up. Until the good missions come up. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go a slightly different route. Which I think will work out quicker, plus there's new things, or everything's refreshed, so all of Permavay route. You know what, if we're doing this... Hang on. Although the battery seems to be holding out tonight, it's still at like... Well, I've got an elite strap on, it's still at like almost 100%. So, there's that. Might actually get longer than 2 hours and 20 minutes like I didn't last time. We're going through... I've decided we're going through Permavay route. There was a Permavay route mission. It is multiple locations, and we don't know what the second one is. We don't know what the second one is until we've done the first one. But one of the ways that we can find out... Yeah, we're going through, so fuck it, let's get them both on. One of the ways that we can find out where the next location is by doing the first one. That Permavay route treasures one, I can almost guarantee that the first one will be for Permavay route, and the second one will be that cluster and Bologna. And then it's like, what's the point? What's the point of even starting a mission that I'm not going to be able to finish, or not even going to try and finish? It's just a ball ache that I could do without, so. But we've got some decent missions, and it's all en route now, so hopefully. At this stage of the game, what we will find is that each of these missions will be one of like 3 parts. Right, our best bet here is going to be there. So we'll go up the top and go into the anomaly cluster first. So that is the gas anomaly. What was it? M3? M3, Marauder. So there's a bracelet in the gas anomaly. So we'll also be able to grab some... we'll also be able to grab some artifacts whilst we're up there, which is nice because it all pays for all the ammunition that we're going to hose through whilst we're doing all of this. So again, I can get away with running up here because I know where most of these are. These are all famous last words before I actually knock into one. And I can also see the little puffs. Again, I don't know, you guys should be able to see it on stream, but the little puffs of gas, that denotes an anomaly. and then the circular ones, the distortion ones, you can usually see from quite a ways away off anyway. So, and again, we're hand railing so that we can keep track of where we are on the map, because it doesn't say in realistic, which is a bit of a pain in the arse, but it's the life I chose. And again, by skirting around the outside of the map, this way's a little bit safer. I know there aren't any normal anomalies around here. I can keep track of my bearings, and because I'm going around the outside of the level, it also means that I don't attract a lot of attention. Even the shots that I make shouldn't attract that much attention. Now that's where we've got to go into. Can definitely hear something, so we're going to have to deal with that first. What we might try and do is pistol this guy. Haven't got a flashlight on this then. Where are you? Are you down there and stuck? I hope not, because that's going to make my life a lot fucking harder. Bastard. There's a random one there. Great. So he's stuck in there, which is fantastic. Because you know he's going to work his way out of that hole at the most inopportune moment. That one, no. So we're going to have to go in through that side. To be honest, I don't want to deal with you with a pistol out. Thanks very much. Now, why is he here? Because of the bracelet. So we know where the bracelet is because we can see extra enemies that have no right to be here guarding it. So we'll take out what we can from down here so that we don't have to do it. Well, it's got a gas mask on. Now this will probably attract some attention to deal with. Oh, that's not fucking stand on ceremony. Let's get that fucking gas mask on and get up there. Oh, where are my probes? Oh, fuck you. Please don't tell me I've taken my probes off. Hello, Al. I swear I don't do this on purpose. God damn it. Right. We don't need probes for this one, but this is incredibly risky now. So we're just going to have to use our eyes a lot. Stupid eyes. Overrated. Tell you what, better. Oh, that's a bit lighter. Thanks very much. Now these are all bonuses. That one's not worth that much. So what we will need to do now is we need to actually loot some probes. Especially if... I don't actually need this. I know the bracelet's going to be in here. But might as well get the things whilst we're up here, right? It's all cash. So, mission complete. Happy days. Let's just wait a second, make sure there isn't a fucking anomaly right there. There's one there. There's one there. I don't know why saving the game has illuminated the area rather nicely, but that looks so much better. Right, let's get out of here. Why has it gone off now? What's that even about? Is that a graphical glitch? God, looks like it isn't just In Death Unchained that's struggling with fucking lighting these days. That looked really good though, that eerie green glow. I wonder if that's supposed to be part of it or not. Who fucking knows? Right. That's that one done. Where's it put the next one? Global, please. M4, one in Bologna, in the fucking school. Ugh. Fine, it really wants me to go to the school, doesn't it? So, right, let's go round. Not having probes and being in an area and I'm unfamiliar with these random anomalies. Now, this won't be a first. Having to try and loot basic necessities. Hello, Mitch. No, this is the Quest version. Hence the mediocre graphics. Right, let's skirt around the outside. Now, yeah, the problem that we've got is when I was de-looting my bag back at base, it looks like I've probably grabbed hold of my probe satchel and dropped that too, because it always goes in that arm. And it stays in that arm socket, just like the knife stays in that one, and the fags stay here, and the detector stays here. And so if I ever find myself without these things... Ooh. I mean, we've got sparklers, though, so that's the thing. If I ever find myself without these things, it's usually because I've either been rushing or grabbed something by accident. But I can't go back now. We're already too deep. So... we will have to loot what we need. Hopefully. I think someone asked on stream previously, you know, what's the difference between probes and advanced probes? And the advanced probes have obviously got the little tassel of material off the end of it, which just makes them a little bit easier to see when you are throwing them, to identify various things and anomalies. The normal probes are literally just bullet casings. So the question then was, well, why would you even fucking bother with normal probes when advanced probes are just better? Why are they even in the game? And it's for this exact reason that you either lose your probes or fucking drop them or forget them and then have to make do with subpar probes mid-game. Yeah, I suppose we are collecting them, aren't we? So we're going toward... Yeah, cheers for that. Fuck off. Jesus Christ. Never fire off enough flares. They're actually quite useful. And have a reasonably decent lighting effect. But it's not like a... I mean, it's not too bad, is it? I think the sparklers are better. Right, which way were we going? We wanted to be over here. We're now here. So, we know where we are based on where we are on the map. So, we're in this forest here. I'm going to handrail this along. We're going to give this a wide berth because I don't really want to fight what's in train station at the moment. Ow. That fucking hurt. Hello, Cam. And, yeah. I don't want to really have to fight all the nasty that's down there. So, we will use that as a point of reference to navigate with the map. Undeath may be all that, but I can tell you one thing that Indeath hasn't got. Indeath has not got sparklers, has it? It would have been such a simple thing for them to give us a little sparkler arrow, or maybe a little tinsel arrow, coming up to the holidays for Christmas. But no, they could... Ah, fucker. Don't hold on to your sparkler too long, kids. Burn your fingers. Right, so... Is that in there? It is. It is this one. So we are going to have to go in here. Oh, really? Wowzers. Yeah, I mean, it's as I said to you when we were chatting the other day, it's like they won't have programmed it. They won't have programmed it past a certain point, because who the fuck in their right mind is going to get that far into the game? Right? Who would even do that? No one's ever... They probably thought no one's ever going to be able to get to cycle 50. Fuck, where'd that go? There he is. So why program it? Why bother? I'm even surprised. I'm even surprised that they fucking programmed the... Where is it? It's in the toilet. Bastard, where is it? It's on the roof. Oh, it's on the roof. I'm surprised they even programmed in the right fucking Roman numeral, if I'm honest. I was expecting you to get to cycle 50 and it just go like show 50 and nothing more. Hello, Sean. Right, that's M4 done. Yeah, 1 of 3. Ugh. So the other one's over there. Now I know I was being a lot more efficient with my playthroughs when I played this through the first time and got to this stage, because obviously realistic is the difference here, but I've only been this far into the game once, or well, technically twice. This will be the third time within the various bits and pieces. Hey, K2. But I didn't think you'd have to do this many missions to get the game to progress. But that is literally what we need to do at this stage. So, as you can see, K2, I managed to get myself out of that shitty situation that I put myself into, so that was fun. Hello, Fee. Right, have you been all out to a party that I wasn't invited to? Everyone's jumping in now. Hey. We lost those. Now we've got them. We've got probes again. Lovely. VR faffed them whilst I was dicking about back at base. Right. This is definitely the one. Yep. I'm still trying to get to the castle, definitely. M4. She never left. It says it's round the back. Oh, I can hear it. I think. Or is that just the squelchings? Where are you? It can be, but as I keep on banging on about, it's as tough as you make it, in a way, because if you out-resource the game, I mean, this is genuine. Anything that has like sort of like a money or a loot system, this is genuinely the case with anything. Where the fuck is this? That one we've done. We're here, M4. What does it say we need to do? But then the thing is, you can change it to be the experience you want it to be. The game can be as difficult as you want to make it. Where the fuck is this then? It's fucking over there. The fuck's it doing over there? That's not what the map says. Stupid game. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I know you've got your cycle problems in that if everything resets at that stage, then it is a bit of a, well, what the fuck am I supposed to do now? The only problem that I've got with IDU at the moment is, well, there isn't anything... The fuck was that? There isn't anything more for me legend points wise, and I do like my shiny shinies. That's over here. And there's nothing more that, like, legend level 10. Well, what am I getting? Please tell me what I'm getting, because then that'll motivate me to go and try and get it. But if it's not going to motivate me, then, you know, what am I supposed to do? I'm just a simple guy. I want the shiny shinies. You said it resets everything stat-wise, Camille. Does it do the same with gold as well? And like headshot points and everything? Or is it just like life bars and such? Oh, I suppose you wouldn't know that because it's all one-hit kills, isn't it? Right, that's 2 of done. Oh, God. Well, then at the very least you found the most efficient way to play Mortal, I guess, is not to race to cycle 50. But then when you, if anybody can get that far, and do they then creep back up again? Maybe. Oh, there's still plenty of things that I will do. It's just, there's, like, for instance, part of the reason why I wanted to top 10 everything last season is to make sure that I got the new coloured shards. And now that there isn't a reward for the next level, I don't see why. Yeah, we can exit that way. And then the last one's at the fucking school, but we have cleared a little bit of that out, so that's not too bad. It'll happen. I'll play IDU some more, so... Well, no, I'm not the only one. No, I'm not the only one. Michael Fish is at level 9. There's a couple of others in the Facebook group that I've seen that are level 9. Who else? There are people, like Beanie will be at level 9. And, you know, if I put in a decent enough performance, I should hit level 10 for the following season. But, you know, if there's nothing there for me, it's like, well, why am I doing it, you know? I want the shinies. I want the shiny shinies. I want to be able to play my favourite game with the shinies. So, having said that, it wouldn't be the first time that they'll add them in afterwards. Yeah. I mean, they will. Because if they don't, I'll stop streaming their bloody game. I'll hold them to ransom, see how Super Bright likes that. I won't do that, I can't stop streaming it. What we're talking about. But don't tell Super Bright. I don't know. We'll see. As I said, it wouldn't be the first time, and I dare say it won't be the last, that they'll have gone into a season and not had everything prepped correctly for the next one. The reward situation? Oh, no. I hope so. I really hope so. The thing is, right? The thing is, I don't press Beanie for much. As far as, like, him being a Super Bright employee, and he's not allowed to talk about a lot of things, and he's not allowed to say a lot of things, and blah, 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 and, you know, and the world turns, so to speak. But I know when he's lying or not. And I'm pretty sure they're not even in the early stages of IDU2. And there's only so many ways that I can ask Beanie the same fucking question. Where is it? It's upstairs. Sounds like it's upstairs. Where are you? Yeah, both skins, definitely. More glove colour. I mean, you know, how difficult is it to just change the fucking colour texture on a glove? Or on a shard? Can't be that difficult, right? I mean, I'm no game programmer, but, you know, I know how Microsoft Paint works, as you'll see from my awesome-looking thumbnails. It's not up here, then, which means it's down one. And if it's underground, well, yeah, I'd say, oh, there it is. Good. Huh. Never looked at that close enough to realise that it's actually made up of a load of arms. Lovely. Right, that's that mission complete. Oh, just for because there's a few of you joining us. Into the Radius gives us new things. Huh? Huh? I was taking cover from the BTR in s.t.a.l.k.e.r and running around with two of those in my hands. It was a bad idea, a really bad idea. But yeah, I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I don't know if they do, which either means that they've got much better or much bigger fish to fry. Yeah, I would have thought so. Right, let's just track straight across here because that's quick and dangerous. Yeah, it's quick and dangerous. The worst combination. Now, this is why going around the outside is always a great idea, because then we don't have to deal with all that shit in there. But it's coming anyway, whether we like it or not. Pricks. I don't know about that focus mode, you know. Did I get this secret? I think we did. Oh, no, we didn't. Cool. Another one of the secrets here if anyone's missing it. Or did I get... Oh, no, I got the gun already. I mean, at this point, I genuinely don't see why you couldn't just put a pair of gloves on and choose the colour. But then, you know, can't make it unlockable then, can you, if you do something as awesome as that? Right. That puts us... I know that's where the anomaly cluster is. So we're approximately here. So we want to just keep scooting. Oh, no, the tower's over there. So we're here. Well, that got quite nasty quite quickly. Brilliant. What we like ammunition-wise, we're good. Yeah, I mean, more bow skins, more crossbow skins, more shard skins, more glove skins. I mean, at this point, I don't even see why they couldn't, like, do some more remodeling of enemies and make different palettes of enemies. I think it was, I highly agree, and I think it was mentioned, and other games have done this as well, where you keep the core design of the game, but you change the enemies and some of the architecture. So everything kind of stays the same, you just change the palette. And so, like, make IDU like a bit of a more Eastern experience with samurai instead of knights, and like Yari ghost bowmen instead of monks, and so on. Well, yeah, this is quite right. But hey, we haven't... The thing is, right, it's a time for calm heads, or calm thoughts, rather, in that up until this point, we have had it. As I'm not springing to their defense. I've got no reason to, but just remember that we've had it very good up until this point. That's down there. We've had it very good up until this point. Hasn't cost us anything for all the extra content that we've had through the years. So, if they slack off a little bit, well, it's more than most developers at this stage. I'll tell you that much. Other developers would have abandoned the game a lot sooner than this, which does make you question why they've carried on doing it. And it is annoying that me and plenty more, and probably everybody in... Oh, for fuck's sake. Can you not see I'm trying to find... trying to find things. Yeah, I know. The thing is, though, the game does have a lot of potential. The one thing that I think they've got particularly brilliant, and I am regularly told it's hard to do, is the bow mechanics. Now, that's fine. Yeah, they should push heavier. They should push heavier into the advertisement. I'll agree that much. I still stand by the phrase that I always use. There's two kinds of people in VR, those that have played IDU and those that haven't played IDU and will love it. I'm not familiar with people that don't like it as a game. I'm really not. Or if they do exist, they're not very fucking vocal, let's put it that way. We just got M2 left. Everything else is done. Fucking easy. Easy game! Except this one's carry a fucking box, so maybe not so easy. We shall see. I don't know. I do feel like there's a lot of things that they could do. I mean, yeah, it's still here. Yeah, IDU... No, IDU hasn't died. It's just... Basically what it is I think there's a little bit of frustration circulating around because this season's been a bit underwhelming, basically. Let's go around. Yeah, Lord of the Rings would be good. I think it would be a hard IP for them to get hold of with everything that's going on at the moment. Or maybe it'd be really easy, because apparently that Rings of Power wasn't received very well. Yeah. Uh-oh. See, I'm trying to have an engagement here. Fucking sliders thinking they're all that. But yeah, Lord of the Rings version might be quite different. Yeah, Arma 3's great. But then Arma's a PC game. And I know PC gaming is easy enough to do these days, but again, it's just those extra steps for me that keeps me away from PC gaming. However, I will take those steps from time to time when things like Total Warhammer, when that came out, I was like, right, I'm all of a sudden about PC gaming again, because that game really floats my boat. But, yeah, Arma's a great game. Could work, but then we are getting to that point where you then, like with where does that put us? That puts us here. I'm not following that main road because that's fucking death. We'll go all the way around the outside. The Cam, that was an intention and an idea. Hello, Zog. That was an intention and an idea, not necessarily this is definitely happening, as I understood it anyway. But yeah, having another guy running around with you, I don't know. My only concern with that is the same reason why. I mean, you know, give me co-op. I'll always take co-op. Just don't take away from the single player, because this is primarily a single player gaming experience. But for me, it's like if you start adding, I don't know. I don't want to make the radius too friendly a place to be, if that makes sense. It's like part of the brilliance of Fallout is like wandering the wastes. The further that Fallout's gone through its iterations, it's become more and more populated and it's teeming. There was a time in Fallout games where you could wander the wastes and not see another soul for hours worth of gameplay if you wandered into the wrong areas, or at least something that wasn't friendly and didn't want to rip your throat out. And it's kind of one of the things that I like about this. The atmosphere is allowed to build so that the combat and the things that happen within it have that extra bit of weight to them. But then, having said that, I am a loot goblin. I do like traders. The little trader back at home is one of my favourites because he doesn't complain when I sell him empty boxes. He just gives me my money, and he doesn't try and negotiate or haggle. He just gives me my money for empty boxes, and I'm happy with that. So we are coming to the edge here, so straight on. Let's try and not get fucking smushed by the BTR this time. That's a few. Okay, I see you there. I hope you're ready for what I'm bringing. Hope you're going to give me time to prep. Now. Oh, are you fucking kidding me? I hope I drop that back at base, I really do. Pistol fail. Have you posted about the shortcomings of Cycle 53 in the Facebook group yet, Cam? I assume you have. You're not the sort of person to let anything slide. Alright, let's see if we can take these out. Nice and smooth and by the numbers. So what I want to do is I want distance on them. And I want to be fighting them downhill. Yeah, get it in the bug report on Discord as well. Bring it to Jay's attention. Give him shit. It's not like he's got enough on. Give him some more. Thing is, he won't be able to do anything anyway. That's definitely a super bright thing, so at least Jay will be able to pass it on. So what we're going to do here is we are going to take the top of this hill and work our way down. Because it's just going to be easier and, you know, covers a bonus as well. I tell you what, this focus thing does make my life a little easier. Ooh! Impeccable shot. Pretty sure those are hitting. The one thing... Yeah, no, all the stuff. We want to be able to buy everything. The one thing that I'm not particularly keen on this focus mode is... Our character's clearly... Oh, fuck. Our character's clearly holding his breath to do the focus. And it looks like, because I haven't tested it yet, but it looks like you can do focus indefinitely, which seems a bit strange. I mean, I don't want the game to be made any easier. I'm all for... How many fucking shots do you want to take? I got close to make sure that I can plug you. You're not fucking having any of it. What's wrong with you? fuck? Okay. Don't remember them being there, and to be fair, those ones when shot should disappear, but okay. Right, let's find this fucking bracelet and get the fuck out of here before we start attracting any more attention. Is it you? Oh no, not bracelet, box. Lovely. Job done, let's go. And it would be, I mean, I say it would be such a simple thing to do, but it clearly obviously isn't. I was hoping for Easter eggs at higher cycles as well, just like little nods to the player of like, you know, oh, we see you. Here you go, fuck you guy, or something along those lines. Like even what I was talking about in the last IDU stream, like, you know, getting somewhere where you shouldn't be. And Super Bright just putting a little gravestone there saying, haha, you're not supposed to be here, fuck you, you're now stuck. Something along those lines to acknowledge the fact that we've done something that we shouldn't do, and that Super Bright are well aware of it. Ooh, MP5, that's a great find. I'll take that all day. But yeah. You know, ooh, good leap. Like a fucking salmon out of that. Good looting. Right. Little walkie walks back. I think we're golden on all the missions. M2 we've already got. Pff, look at this. Look at that for efficiency. Don't even need to throw that. I'll tell you what, this will probably be one of the most intact Amazon parcels I'll have ever delivered back to base. Oh, just that there should have been something to acknowledge the factor. Oh, the shortcomings. I mean, Cam will explain it, but basically, what it'll be is it'll be to do with it's how computer. I'm no programmer, but I do know that integers, numbers, and various systems and programs within these things will get to a point where they can't turn over any further. Like, does everybody remember when? It was coming up. Well, I would imagine most of my audience do. I'm fucking not holding that anymore. Most of my audience will remember the times when there was a big drama as to what was going to happen to all the electronics when the year changed over from the 1900s into the 2000s, or 1999 to 2000, and that everything was going to fucking shut down, and it would be the equivalent of a fucking EMP blast across the world, and fucking everything was going to die. And that was literally because a number was going to change over to a number that systems might not have accommodated for, and turns out everything was just fine. Scale, yeah, Y2K, that's it. We all remember that, right? So scale that back loads, and you would have something similar as to what's gone on with IDU, in that. So, taking Cam as the example, he's gone that far in the game that numbers are starting to get to the point where they can't go any further. So what do they do in that circumstance? They revert back to zero. So, like, for instance, I would imagine, and Cam might be able to tell us or not, I haven't actually looked at his post, that the likelihood is one of the numbers that he'll have got to will have got to over 9,999, and because they haven't programmed it up as far as 999,999, where does an integer go? Where does a number go? Where does a program go when it reaches its maximum? It goes back to zero. Now, why do I know all of this shit? Because these sort of integers and bits and pieces like that can lead to exploits in other games. Sometimes fun ones, sometimes straight up cheating, but, you know. Yeah, that is a bit shit on Super Bright's part, if I'm honest. But yeah, So basically, Cam's got to a point in the game where they haven't assumed anybody would get to. Like, it happens in all sorts of games, really. Like, for instance, the aforementioned Warhammer Total War that I was talking about previously. You can get numbers so high in that then they revert back to zero. Like troop upkeep, if you can get your forces upkeep so high, it then reverts back to zero or something. I think they took that out or they increased it. But there's definitely things. 16,900. Then it might be on a different system. It's usually like 9999, or actually no, it's not, because it works in bits these days. I don't know, that probably is it then. Again, you'd have to speak to a programmer about it, I think. Which one's this one? Orange Legacy. Have your fucking box. There we go. Lovely. So, whilst we're on this stream... Oh no, I bought it. Has anybody got anything that they specifically want to see? I was planning on doing IDU on Saturday, and I was thinking, K2, Sean, you don't count because I know you'll say yes. I was thinking of doing Siege of Heaven again because we had a 0% run on Siege of Heaven, and we didn't finish that. And I'd like to get a little bit more progress done on that. Oh no, I don't mind talking about IDE. Let's get everything repaired. Cheers, Cam. It's the thing is basically what so go on, Cam, go to bed, I'll explain. So basically what he's getting at is that there is basically a finite point in cycle play, and it has been found because of what they've done with Mortal, which again is a bit of an oversight. It basically all adds up to the fact that the entire thing, it all adds up to the entire the thing of this season was a rush job. Now, I hope that isn't because of me, because I don't see why Super Bright would do anything because of me. But if you remember, the only reason why I think that is not because I think I'm the big I am, but because there was a... Do you remember when everyone was asking about season end and I started to see Beanie's scores creeping up? So I jokingly said, because to be fair, it's been true previously, I jokingly said, like, oh yeah, season ending coming because, you know, Beanie's like trying his luck on the scoring side of things. And it probably wasn't the case. I don't think something as silly as that will have pushed them to make a decision. Oh, there we go. Pachorsk Castle. Enter the heart. Oh, so I thought there was 2 in Pachorsk that you needed to do. Right. Everyone ready for last mission? Because I don't think we'll have time to do it tonight. I have to check battery. Is there any point doing anything else? Nope, not really. No, but that's the thing, Sean, is they didn't change at 35. They changed specifically at 53. They reset at 53, not at 35. So, but yeah, the whole thing is, it's like, you know, potentially a little bit of a rush job on season 6. And it's like, well, why would they rush it? Why would they just try and get content out when it's not finished? Why would they? I don't really have the answers to those questions, if I'm honest. Right, let's put one of those back up here. But it all then starts leading to the whole, like, well, hang on a second, then are they going to be doing much more? They haven't left it. I remember the last season that I had, they didn't leave it this long without having either new content or new rewards. So season 5, there wasn't a reward at the beginning of season 5. There wasn't a reward for level 9 legend, but we did get desolation. And then later on we got sigils, and or before the sigils, and then we got what did we get? Then we got the level 9 stuff, desolation. Then the level 9 stuff was viewable. I think at the same time as sigils came in. Hey, we're all capable of doing that. Yeah, I don't think it's that they have fewer, but maybe they have scaled down the team. So, right, let's see what we're like timing wise. I don't think I'm going to have time to do last mission. 35%. So, I will explain that in just a minute. And on that little bombshell that you've just landed, that I'll explain in just a moment, we shall end this here. We are prepped and ready for the last mission. We are ready to get out there. That'll do us for Into the Radius for tonight. I think we can get this done in one more stream. I have been Silver Tongue Devil. Good night.